I feel so excited to be able to record this and deliver the Surviving to Thriving Masterclass again. It was so special delivering this live. And I hope that in this recording, you'll be able to look back and take away some real key points that are going to help you not only become aware, but have the tools, have the techniques that you need to move from surviving to thriving, because you are here to live a life that you love. That is what you deserve. You deserve to live a life you love and to be the person you want to be, because you haven't gone through what you've gone through to suffer, to be in a life where you are not thriving and you're purely in survival mode. So I'm going to introduce myself to those that don't know me and haven't worked with me. So my name's Letitia. I am an NLP mindset coach, and my mission is simple. I am here to help people gain control over their minds and to feel the power and to know that everything that they need is within you, that everything you're searching for, you already are. I want people to have a mind that works for them, not against them, because I have been there and I know how isolating, stuck, lost, and an overwhelming sense of can take over you, and I don't want that to happen to anybody. So within this masterclass, I'm going to go through some 3 key distinctions that are going to really help you gain that awareness and gain that clarity for your next steps in moving from survival mode into thriving. This is all about you. This is all your session. It's all about your journey and to remind you of your power. So I want you to close your eyes, because when we close our eyes, we naturally go inwards and we hear what our bodies and minds are thinking and feeling. So please close your eyes and take a couple of deep breaths. So in through your nose and out through your mouth. And I want you to ask yourself, how does your mind feel right now? Does it feel calm? Does it feel anxious? Does it feel excited? Does it feel love? Or is it just full of thought? Is it tired? What's your mind thinking and feeling? And remember, there's never a right or wrong, no judgment, only ever awareness. With your eyes still closed, I really want you to scan through to your body. Where does your body and how does it feel? Is your shoulders feel a bit tense? Does your back hurt? Are your legs hurting? Or are you feeling quite relaxed? And I want you to kind of stretch out any tension that you may have and send love to the areas that really need it. Whilst you're taking your deep breaths in and out, I want you to ask yourself, what's energizing you right now? Is there anything that you are doing that is giving you such amazing energy? And if you're not, what does energize you? Is it going for walks? Is it being out in nature? Is it speaking to your loved ones? What truly, truly gives you energy? And whilst you're taking your deep breaths in and out, I want you to ask yourself, what's draining me right now? Where is my energy leaking? Is it through doing too much, not taking enough time for ourselves, not practicing enough self-care, or caught up in a cycle of negative thoughts? But what is draining for you? What's draining you right now? And with this awareness, I want you to take a couple more deep breaths in and out. And I want you to open your eyes and just take a moment or two to journal. And please feel free to pause to journal down your thoughts, because I will just continue on, given that this is just a re-recording of the masterclass. But with those answers, I really want you to gain that awareness, because there'll be certain areas of that light in your life where you are leaking energy, where you're not doing the things that energize you, where things in your life are taking your energy, and that's where your focus is going. Because our focus goes where our energy goes. So I want you to ask yourself, am I doing the things that energize me? Am I prioritizing myself? Or am I getting caught up in a cycle of things that just are not serving me? It can be scary. It can be really scary coming to this awareness, because it highlights areas in your life where you will need or want to change. It will highlight an area where you may need to step out of your comfort zone. But that is okay, because on the other side, you are going to be stepping in to a newer version of you that is more in alignment with you. You're going to have more energy. And with this, I'll tell you a story, because I was stuck, I was lost about 3-4 years ago. Must have been about 4 years ago. And I was doing everything. I was reading the books, listening to the podcasts, but there was an overwhelming cloud over my mind on a daily basis, from where I was just feeling so stuck and lost. And I knew I was made for more. And I was doing mindset things way before them. And I knew I was made for more. And I decided to invest and get a coach to work on some of the areas that I needed to work on, which was incredibly life-changing. And from that, I knew I wanted to be a coach. But I had stories, subconscious stories that were playing in repeat that were just holding me back. And I was not even aware of it. I was in pure victim mode. And there's a clear distinction. It's victim mode or ownership. In victim mode, it can be very much like, I can't believe this is happening to me. This always happens to me. I'm not going to be able to do this. I can't do this because it never works out. Or, oh, my past has happened and yeah, it's impacting me on how it is today, and I just, is what it is. It's playing that victim mode that keeps us in our safety. Why is this happening to me? This is happening to me yet again. I don't deserve this. Why me? And this language, it can be, without us even knowing it, we use it. It's only ever awareness, when you gain that awareness to where in those areas of my life am I telling that story of, why is this happening to me? I'm not going to be able to do this because of X, Y, and Z. Nobody is going to believe in me. I'm not going to have a chance. I want you to reflect on the areas in your life and see where that language is coming up. Because on the opposite side of it is ownership. Is taking that complete ownership and saying to yourself, I can do this. I will do this. Yes, whatever has happened, but I am in complete ownership of my life, and I am going to take the power back. I am going to tell a story that serves me. And this is what I want to really get to the bottom to, is the stories that our minds tell us impacts how we feel, and then it will impact on your actions. But that doesn't mean you can't feel the feels, because I don't want anyone on listening to this ever to suppress their feelings. It's knowing how to feel and knowing when to move with it. It's becoming aware. So for instance, if you are seeing yourself hearing victim language in what you're saying, is actually take a minute and reflect. okay, this is how I feel. These are the words that I've been using. And it could be because of X, Y, and Z. That's okay. I'm going to sit with this, but I'm going to move forward and rewrite a story that actually serves me. And this is your chance, guys. This is your chance to take full ownership and tell a story that serves you. So with me, what I decided to do is breathe every bit of belief in myself. And I knew that it was so in alignment with me that my subconscious beliefs were just creating a story. So I rewrote that story. I rewrote exactly how I wanted my life to plan out, how I wanted to be a coach, what type of clients I wanted to work with. And now I'm able to coach some incredible women. I have found my purpose. I rode through the waves and I am living a life where it is truly in alignment to me. I'm not in survival mode. I'm truly on that path of creating a life where I'm absolutely thriving. All because of a shift of language and awareness. Am I going to play the victim of my life? Or am I going to move forwards and actually take ownership? Sometimes the shift can create resistance because it's something that we're not used to. And it took me a while originally to grasp, as I'm sure it is for any change, for anybody who's listening to this. It's the thoughts of, it might be easier for you to do it, or you could do it, I can't do it. But I'm here to tell you that you can. And I want you to, again, probably pause this video, but take a moment and really write out where in your life are those stories holding you back. And what is the impact? Because another distinction I want to go through with you is a payoff and cost. So there's a payoff for us all to sit in a certain mindset, isn't it? Whether it's comfort, ease, whether it's short-term pleasure or external validation, whether it's giving us a quick fix. But what is the cost of that? What is the cost of us living the way that we are living? What is the cost of you believing the story that your mind is telling you? What is the cost of you not taking the steps in working and investing in yourself? And again, it's an element for you to take a step back and actually write down, what is the payoff? What is the payoff? Whether it is, as I said, short-term pleasure. Okay, short-term pleasure, amazing, but what is the cost of that? It's impacting you and you achieving your dreams. It's stopping you from creating the habits that actually are going to serve you. It's preventing you from building that self-love, that self-worth, that life that you love. Because the payoff is to be in our comfort. The payoff is to get that validation and that dopamine quick fix hit. It doesn't mean that it's not easy, but you are worth it. Because imagine in 1 year's time, you being here, listening to this masterclass and thinking, nothing changed. Looking at your payoff and cost and actually really, really looking at that and thinking how much is at stake from just our short-term go-tos. And I want you to remember, I'm sending you so much love because it takes courage and belief and love to jump onto these sessions and invest in yourself. So you are already closer than you think. You have the power within you because we weren't born with these habits, thoughts, and behaviors. We weren't. Our nervous system, our bodies are doing exactly what it needs to do. It thinks it's keeping us safe. It thinks it's protecting us. But all we need to do is work on ourselves, rewrite a couple of beliefs, and create a new safety for it. And I want you to know that. I want you to know that it's doable. You have the power within you. As you go on in your journey, the most important thing, which I absolutely love to do, is talk about love and celebration. And when we talk about love and celebration, it is, do you have a pleasure list? Do you have a list of things that really, really give you light? Things that give you joy, things that you can celebrate on a daily basis? Because when you are on this journey, it's so important to embrace the feeling of celebration and gratitude. When we are more grateful, our brains will start to find evidence to all the good things that are in your life. And especially when you are on your journey and you're working on areas that can seem quite, endless. When we also practice gratitude, we are able to be more mindful and at a steady ground. Whether that is taking some time out for you and having a cup of tea and really embracing how that tea tastes. You are taking time out for you to just be. A good way is to do daily gratitude, either in the morning or before you go to bed. And all of my clients know that when we do gratitude, we actually embrace the feeling of. So I am really grateful for this Fanta. Why? Oh my gosh, it actually tastes really good. And it's refreshing and I love Fanta. And it makes me happy. And another thing that I might be grateful for is I have a roof over my head. And what does a roof over my head help me feel? It helps me feel the warmth, safety, love, and comfort. And I practice gratitude on a daily basis because I am here to create a life that I love. And often we get so caught up in the hustle, we forget to take a step back to just pause and celebrate and be grateful. I hope that these distinctions really help you on your journey, because I tell you, once you have the awareness of where you're playing in victim mode, you're able to switch that to ownership. Once you've switched that to ownership, you can then have a look at what areas in your life are stories coming up that are holding you back. And what are those stories? What are those stories? And I want you to really write down the payoff and then the cost. What is the payoff of you staying in it? And what is the cost of you? What is the payoff? So what you're gaining while you're in it, but what is that costing you? What is the cost of you staying in that payoff? Because that's going to help bring to awareness what you're risking for just not stepping out of your comfort zone, for not working on yourself, for not retraining your mind. And then, as always, whilst we are handling these things face on, celebrating gratitude is going to really help you along your journey to see the beauty in the journey, because you are exactly where you need to be, because it's prepping you to get the goals, to achieve your dreams. If it wasn't for this journey right here, right now, you wouldn't have the tools, the techniques, and become the person you need to be to have those things that you want. And I really, really want to remind you of that. To be kind to yourself, to love yourself, and to know that it is so possible to live the life that you want to live. I am so sorry that it's a slightly short masterclass. Obviously, the live had a lot more discussions within it, and I really encourage you to join the live next time. But please let me know if you've got any questions, and I look forward to seeing you in the next masterclass. Much love.